Hi there! In this video I'm going to show you how to make a crochet beanie hat, and this is a really easy beginner hat pattern, so if you're very new to crochet this should be a great project for you to start with. It's made with a bulky yarn and an 8mm US L11 crochet hook, so it works up really fast and it has simple decreases and no increases, so it's quite easy. This is the wool that I'm using. It's the petite wool from We Are Knitters, which is a bulky yarn, bulky wool, and the hook size 8mm US L11. To begin, I'll just take the label off and we're going to make a slip knot. So make a slip knot and then you will create a foundation chain which you will build on. So for the size that I'm making, I'm going to chain 30, and this is for an adult small. There are other sizes in the pattern from baby to adult large. There's about 7 or 8 sizes that you can make, so you can make one for all the family. Great Christmas gifts if you want a Christmas gift idea, or to donate for charity. So I'm chaining 30 here. Once you have your length, when you've chained the number that you need, I've done 30 here, you're ready to begin row 1. For the first row of the project, you will work 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and then you will continue to work 1 single crochet into each chain until you get to the end of the row, and then you will turn the work ready for row 2. So when you've completed row 1, it should look like this. And then you can start row 2. So turn the work and chain 1 stitch. This is your turning chain. And then create 1 single crochet in each stitch through the back loop only. So as you can see there, only going through the back loop. And you will repeat this until you get to the end of the row, and then you will turn the work. Row 2 is now complete, so you can turn the work, ready to start the next row. So in the next row and every row after this, you will repeat row 2 until the work measures for the adult small around 20 inches. So you're just repeating row 2 again. So you've chained 1, and then you will create 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch through the back loop until you get to the end of the row. So now you can see that some sort of ribbing is starting to form, and if we put it next to the finished hat, you can see how it's going to look and that it's, you know, taking shape already. It's pretty much reversible, so there's no need to really worry about which is the wrong side and which is the right side. So we'll do another row together. So we're turning the work and we'll chain one, and then we'll continue to single crochet into the back loop of each stitch until we get to the end of the row. You can see now again how that ribbing is starting to look, and when we put it next to the finished hat, you can see how it kind of will work. So we've got an extra bit for a brim, so we can turn that up, and then once we've got the 20 inches, I'll show you how to do some decreases for the top of the hat. So continue to work on that until you have the length that you need, and then I'll show you the decreases that you can see at the top here. So this is around 20 inches, which is basically the whole hat. Now I'm going to show you how to do some decreases along the top of the hat here. So you put your hook back in, and instead of going along the edge that you were previously working on, we're now going to work into the width edge. So chain one, and then we're going to do a single crochet decrease. So we place the hook into the next stitch and we make a loop, then we place the hook into the next stitch, pull up the yarn and make another loop. We've got 3 loops, and then we pull the yarn through, and that makes a single crochet decrease. So I'll show you again along this row, and then you can try that yourself. So insert the hook, pull up a loop, insert the hook again, pull up another loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to decrease. So continue to do that until you get to the end of the row. Once you reach the end, you will do a slip stitch in the final stitch. So I'm just doing a slip stitch into that last stitch. Then I will turn the work, chain 1, and complete one more row of single crochet decreases. So one more row of the decreases, and then at the end of the row you will do a slip stitch into that final stitch and leave a long yarn tail for seaming when you cut the yarn and sort of fasten off the work. In that final stitch, do a slip stitch. You can see how it has decreased the top of the hat, so it is kind of curved now and ready to be finished off. So you'll have a long yarn tail to use for seaming the hat together. You need a tapestry needle, so just secure that final stitch and then thread your tapestry needle. If you do use the same yarn, it can sort of come apart when you start seaming with it, so you might have to sort of do some twists to make it a little stronger because it's pure wool. So the top of the hat, we're just going to do some kind of running stitch through the top of those single crochet decreases, so just in and out of each stitch along the top of the hat. And then when you get to the end, you can pull that tight to close the top, and then start doing the mattress stitch so you can hide the seam along that final edge. So we'll just go in and out through coordinating stitches on each side, which will, when closed, will look like a little dent in the ribbing. You'll not be able to tell that it's a seam. When you get to around 2 inches, 2.5 inches from the end, you want to stop and turn the brim up and push your needle through to the other side. This is so that when you seam the brim, you don't see any seams on the right side. So we're just reversing that and finishing off the mattress stitch now for the brim of the hat, so that it's, when it's turned up, you don't see any seams. So when you get to the final sort of bit, just neaten that up and then reverse it and secure the yarn on the back of the work. Just do a little knot and then hide that yarn tail so we don't see it. And any other yarn tails that you've got, do the same thing. Just weave it in and out and hide it. And you can cut those off. And this is what the finished hat will look like. So as you can see, the decreases on the top can be hidden with a pom-pom if you want. There's a faux fur pom-pom here, or you could make a yarn pom-pom, nice big pom-pom to be stitched on the top if you want that, you know, whatever color you want, and it can finish it off nicely. I'm not sure if I prefer with a pom-pom or without. I quite like it without, but yeah, it's just personal preference. So you can add any sort of fun pom-pom that you want. Okay, so like I said before, if you want to view the full written pattern with photographs and all of the different sizes, please head on over to my website. The link is in the description and you can see it all written out there. There's also an ad-free PDF that you can buy in my shop, so that link is also in the description. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, do leave a comment, or you can send me an email, whatever you want, and I'll get back to you. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed this pattern. Bye for now.